Master
What's up,
Productions.
guys? It's Master here, and today I want to talk about a setup that I kind of pieced together, and I'm calling this setup the Sanctum Aggressor. Now, I know what you're thinking. What the heck is a Sanctum Aggressor? Well, I'm going to tell you. So, Sanctum, of course, you're going to use the Sanctum Shield. It's really what this setup is based around. When I started making this build, I was thinking, what did I want to, really revolve around? And this was the item that I really just went with. And if you notice, it's actually got really good shield stats. It's got, including the base and the bonus, you get about 80 to 90% damage reduction in all 5 main categories, which is awesome. And then you kind of look at the stability, and it's low, and of course mine's fully upgraded. And even with the fully upgraded, it is a small shield, so it doesn't have the most stability, and it can't parry. Now, to get rid of that parry, I'm using the rapier. Now this way, of course, we can parry, and there's a lot of parry setups in this build that you're going to see in the combat videos. There are a lot of times where I bait people into parries, so pay attention to that. It's really, really important. I think you have to go with a dark rapier on this setup for the parries. And of course, as you can see, I went dark. I went with hexes, and that plays on some of the strengths that this shield has. Now, one strength, of course, is that look at its attack rating in general. I mean, it's got a ton of attack rating. So much so that if you're going to do a jump attack, you're better off doing the jump attack with the shield. Look at that, 645 attack rating. Way above my rapier's attack rating. But you'll notice that most of the attack rating, when you don't infuse it, it's going to be pretty equal between magic and dark. So, you don't really want to revolve your setup around faith and miracles. You want to revolve it around either dark or magic. I suggest dark, and I'm going to go into exactly why later. So we've got the Dark Sanctum Shield, the Dark Rapier. I'm using the Southern Ritual Band because I needed more attunement slots, so that was my most important ring. And then I wanted the Stone Ring. I mean, I think that's a must with this weapon. And then these last 2 rings aren't as big of a deal. Now, I went through with the Ring of Blades because you're going to be hitting with the Rapier a lot. I don't have +2, but try to get it if you can. If you're a new game +1, at least, get Ring of Blades +2. And my 4th ring, I mean, this one really doesn't matter. I wanted an excuse to use the Baneful Bird ring, and this ring directly counters one of this shield's 2 weaknesses. We've got the Rapier to negate the parry weakness, and this Baneful Bird ring to negate the stability weakness. And it actually, I mean, 53 stability is kind of average for regular shields, so this ends up being a really good shield when you piece it together and you do what you can do to really make it shine and make it play on its advantages and just make up for the weaknesses in some ways. As far as armor goes, I mean, the setup just looks awesome with the dark armor, and that was my only reasoning for going with the dark armor. So like almost always, the armor is not a huge deal. Alright, so let's get into the nitty gritty. Now, this setup, the Sanctum Aggressor, the aggressor part, that's really, really important. I mean, you're going to be really aggressive with this setup. You're not going to be letting people have a lot of just downtime. And I think the hex part about this build, the reason I went with hexes instead of magic spells, really plays into that. Now, of course, being hex-based and having a shield that can cast spells and hexes, magic spells and hexes, you can use miracle-based hexes and magic spell-based hexes. You can use both of them, and that kind of plays into the aggressive part as well. So, when you have, let's say you get a critical hit of some sort, or a post, guard break, parry, or a backstab, when they're on the ground, you're going to want to be using Scraps of Life. Now, this is going to, if it hits them, they're going to take a pretty good, a decent amount of damage, but most importantly, they're going to be knocked on the ground. And if they get knocked to the ground, you can even walk back up to them and use another Scraps of Life. Now, this is going to happen if they just, if they try to get in it, and then when they get back up, they would try to roll out of scraps of life. A lot of times they'll get hit, and this will happen. But they may also, if they have a shield, or have something they can block with, they may also just hold the block button as they get up. And this is probably better for them. They're going to take a lot less damage, and they're not going to get knocked to the ground if they get hit, because it's being blocked. So, what you want to do to counter that is, if they have a shield, as soon as you use scraps of life and they have a shield and you think that they're going to block, you want to walk back up to them when they get knocked down, or when they get back up, and you're going to want to guard break them. And that's going to allow you to combo into another riposte. And that's one of the really deadly combos in this setup. It's not as common because a lot of people don't use shields all the time, and when they do, they don't really think about it as much. But if you get to do this, it really pays off, and it's really probably the end of the game if you get 2 ripostes back to back. Now, the combo portion, the aggressive portion of Dark Orb. Now, with this build, you've got a lot of variety. You wouldn't really think about it because all your attacks are either thrust based or this projectile Dark Orb, so they're all going straight at the people. But if you notice, you have a regular R1 attack, you have a roll attack, and you have a running attack. Now, these are all thrust attacks, but they come out at different speeds. So, when they get used to a certain speed, you can switch it up to more maybe a rolling attack, or roll and then not do the attack immediately, kind of wait it out. I mean, different speeds, you've got a lot of variety with the speed. They're all different. So, though it doesn't look like you have a lot of variety, you kind of do. I mean, when in terms of variety, when you're looking at speed and how fast you actually hit them, I mean, that's an important factor because they're going to be used to dodging a certain way. When they're playing with you, they're going to adapt to your strategy, and when you just change it up on them, that's a really big strength of this class. Another part is, I mean, let's look at this. R1, Dark Orb. So look how fast that came out after my R1s. You're going to notice me comboing Dark Orb and the R1 attacks a lot in the video. If it hits them, it's going to do about 200 or 300 damage, and it's a heavy spell. So it's going to stagger them. You might even get some guard breaks with this Dark Orb. It's going to stagger them, so you're not going to get punished if you hit them, and it has a little bit of tracking, so if they're up close to you, there's a good chance you're not going to get punished just for using this spell one time. Talked about some of the combos and the variety that this setup allows you to have, but I wanted to talk about a few last things. One, of course, since you can use miracles, I'm using a heal and I'm using replenishment, and you could even use Great Magic Barrier. It's probably better. I just really like replenishment. So there's that you can use that on top of your hex spells, which is awesome. Now also though, now look at my stamina bar. That's one attack, a second attack, and a Dark Orb. Now I can get 5 or 6 attacks with my stamina bar without running out of stamina. And of course you don't just want to spam over and over and over. But what this means is that if you get an attack here, and you're waiting, and you get an attack here, and you do a Dark Orb, I mean, your stamina bar's regenerating pretty quickly compared to how much stamina you're actually using on your attack. So that's another big part of the aggressor factor of this setup. Sanctum Aggressor. You're aggressive, you don't have to let up on people very much, which really hurts a lot of the slow builds because, you know, they do one attack, use half their stamina bar, and then what? I mean, they've got to kind of just wait it out, and they've got to be able to get away from you while still regenerating stamina. So note how that big advantage over a lot of the other setups, a lot of the enemies you're going to be fighting, is that you don't have to let up, when a lot of times they do. So that being said, this was a really fun build. It was a lot better than I really thought it was going to be when I was like, oh yeah, I'll make a build with the Sanctum Shield. I didn't think it was going to be that great because I'm not used to this shield. I've never really used it, but it ends up being a lot of fun. It's really effective. It's one of the best setups I've actually used, probably. It'll probably be a go-to setup for now on. So with all that being said, let's get into the combat portion.
Alright.
Traded, and it was very worth it for me. That dark orb combo. Alright, my scraps of life ready. I keep going to scraps of life. I keep forgetting the dark orb. But that's what I want to sit on. I just don't think about it. Ooh, I tried to parry, but I don't know. I parried while I backstabbed when he did that roll attack, and it messed me up. See, those are the kind of combos we're talking about. See, that's the unpredictability. I mean, dark orbs, they get used to a certain thing, and that's how you change it up. Now, I know he probably didn't adapt very well, but I mean, that's essentially how the class is supposed to be played. Oh no. I really don't like the washing pole. The range on it is just disgusting. At least you don't have to deal with as much phantom range in next gen. There's that. Because I know phantom range for that thing was garbage. Ooh, I'm not. Ooh, that was. I could have set up really well too, because he did it right on. I just messed the parry up. Oh no! Ooh, see, it's sitting in the wrong spell again. That was a pretty good setup, I think. I really wish I would have got that parry, but it happens. I mean, those Dark Orb setups are really a lot better than I thought they would be. They don't hit for a lot, but they're really killing it. They do the stagger too. So I mean, as long as it hits them, you're not gonna get punished. So if they're far enough away where they can't really roll behind you and through you, you're gonna be in a good spot. So next week's video, I'm not sure yet, but it may very well be a Dragon Knight cosplay, and I recently realized that I haven't done the Dragon Covenant, so I'm gonna go ahead and do some of that while we're doing the video, and maybe I can get some good clips. He almost got me there. I almost bet that was actually very bad. He should have got me there. He's kind of parry hungry though. Oh, I always forget to roll to the left on those weapons. If they have a weapon, if they have this kind of weapon where it swings down to their left leg, you want to roll on the other side, simply because it'll catch you almost every time. I'm gonna try to bait this guy into a rolling attack. Boom. Scraps of life is ready, but I think I'll kill him. Yeah. See, this is what I'm looking for, this armor. Oh, he doesn't have the... Does he have the full set? Yeah, he does. Maybe. Oh, he's just fat. That's why it looks so weird. He's got a fat ass character. Oh, I thought it was lagging. I thought it was disconnecting there. It lagged a bit. Good game, Fatty Dragon. A little late on my buffs this time. I'm sitting in Dark Orb for once. So there's that. I like this guy's setup, I'll be honest, even if he destroys me. It looks like he has engraved gauntlets and a katana, and he's kind of a ninja. See, that's what we're talking about right there. I mean, that's almost better than... I mean, that's such a good setup. I never thought it would be that good. I could do another one if I'm fast enough. I'm not. I should have been faster on that. I could have killed him. Killed him one, but I mean, if I was fast enough, I totally could have. And see, that's where the strengths are. Those setups. Just such an aggressive class. And I mean, tell me, look at that. Look at that sexy shield. There are a lot of katanas today. We've had all like 3 different cons, and I've recorded like 4 or 5 videos, and I've seen 3 different kinds of katanas. Ooh, that should have hit him. That's bullshit. Man, I love these rapiers with their setups. Ah, I should have done it. I thought it would wait a little bit. I'm in a bad spot right now. Oh no. Oh no! Whew! Whew! I peed a little. Oh man. Rent Gaming. What up? He's getting pumped up. What's that little... It looks like he has a green glow. What the hell is that green glow? It looks like the Poise Ring or the old Sun Ring, except it's green. Guy's lagging ass. I'm sure I'm lagging for him as well though. Ooh, I missed that one. One thing I've noticed, and something I just kind of learned, once I decided, oh, I want to try to bait him into a parry, I'd try to do it. I try to do my Dark Orb and bait them, and then if I missed, I go for it again and again and again, over and over, and I got predictable. But that's kind of one thing I'm slowing down. If you notice there, I mean, I missed it and I just went on with my day. I went on with the fight. So that's a big rule too. Do not get predictable. Tired of fair duels. Let's do something fun. Black fat. Red? Are you kidding me? I'm red? Why am I red? This is not fun. I wanted to be a black phantom. Well, there's nothing like halting someone's progression in the Covenant, in the Pilgrims of the Dark. There's that green ring. Was he good? He almost got me there. Poor guy. Don't heal. Don't do that. Don't heal. Because healing's wrong. Like invading the Dark Covenant. Maybe I need to start being like mean with my gestures. I'm always waving and bowing and shit. I shouldn't be a douche. Oh no. Keep forgetting again. That bait. You could say I'm the master baiter. Huh? No? Okay. Game. Oh, this guy looks like he has spells, and that's one thing I suck at dodging. Oh, he has an invisible ring. That's very nifty. That's nifty, but I can see that he has probably a great sword. Great sword. It's a bad attempt at a parry. That's one thing I'm getting pretty decent at too, is when they roll through you, it's so easy to punish people with backstabs when they roll through you. But that was very anticlimactic. He's the king of the bell tower. Hail the king! I don't know what this dude's gonna do, but I like it. I feel like he's gonna try to keep me up here or something. Or keep me down here, rather. Oh, he's nice. That's one thing I'm not very good at. I'm not good with against twin blades. Or with twin blades either. Thank you. Thank you, sir. The anti-magic shields gave him a lot of help. Run attack for the win. Not really. Oh, he's gonna try to parry me? Okay. That works. Thank you. Come again. That parry. He tried to parry me. It gets you killed sometimes. Don't get parry hungry. Uh-oh, magic. Whew. Wow, it went right through him. I'm surprised he's two-handed. A lot of people will one-handed. Because the one-handed is very good. It tracks really well. And let's be honest, the one-handed strong attack is freaking awesome. Awesome. I'm surprised this dude's not casting yet. Doing no stamina. Oh, I don't know how to parry that one yet, I guess. I was way too early. I cannot believe that caught him. It's that damn crystal butcher knife again. Thank you. Oh, is this gonna be a spam? I'm gonna spam scraps here. Nope. Oh, I should have kept scraps. Couldn't see my stamina bar because of that party invitation thing. Aww. I keep catching that guy on the worst dark orbs ever. Mid-roll, hitting him anyway. Poor guy. Alright, I think this is gonna be my last arena clip for this video. I want to do some invasions and some cool stuff in it too. I have a pretty good idea, I think, somewhere I want to go that's also kind of trolly. We actually fought this guy and he was using the invisible katana, the black dark drift or something, back drift something. I don't know what it's called. I don't remember. But he also probably knows about my roll setup. Ooh. I didn't roll through very well. One thing is I don't have a lot of stamina, so I can't really, I don't know how fast I'll do that. I'm not gonna even try to set up for that. Not again. Not again. Alright, let's see what other kind of mayhem we can stir up. What the heck? That's one thing. This invading here is awesome. There's so many benefits. So, where do we begin? First, it's completely fair on both sides. There's these NPCs, but they hit, you know, the invader as well. But the invader can also use Estus. So if the guy I'm invading uses Estus, well, that's fair game, because I'll use it too. And my favorite thing about it is that, you know, they have to use a human effigy to get here. But me, since I'm rank 3 in the Pilgrims of the Dark, I don't have to use any human effigies. My portals are already open because I'm max rank. That dude is at the torch. So, I don't have to use any human effigies, but if I kill them, I make them waste one. It's hilarious, it's awesome, you know. And, lastly, what's lastly? I don't know. I don't remember lastly. Ooh. No. Oh, I love the stagger. The stagger's nasty. Anyway, I remember lastly. So lastly, this invading here is awesome because it acts similarly to the blue invading covenant in that if you use your invading item that doesn't in a certain spot, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to invade someone in that exact area. So when you're in the Dark Covenant and you use the correct red orb, you can invade someone in any of the 3 areas, which is pretty awesome. I mean, it gives variety, so that's nice. What is this guy doing? Okay, let's make this interesting. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. One v one. Oh yeah. Run away, boy. Run away. Get him. Get him. Get him, girl. Oh, now she's after me. Nope. Oh no. Oh no. You're gonna die, boy. Drink that Estus. Drink that Estus. Oh no. Oh! Ah! See ya! Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment with any suggestions for future videos, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.